Hey, Click Millionaires, it's Scott Fox. Here we've got a search engine optimization review. Today we're going to be looking at boreddogs.com. This is the website of clickmillionaires.com member Lisa. Lisa has been active in the forum, helping us. We've been helping her evaluate her new website, and she's done a great job on the graphics. Look at these cute puppies. And obviously has a deep affection herself for dogs, as the site goes into. But today we're going to talk specifically about the search engine optimization strategies that she can use to increase the traffic to her website for free. This means better organization and labeling of the content on the website primarily in order to help Google and Bing and Yahoo and other search engines correctly categorize the site so that it ranks higher in the search engine rankings, attracting free traffic from people that are using those search engines to find this kind of content for their dogs. So we're going to start with that. We're going to talk mostly about on-site factors because off-site SEO is a whole nother bailiwick, really, which really means getting other people to link back to you, and we can talk about that separately. But today we're going to talk about on-site SEO. So Lisa, you've done a real nice job here with the graphics on this site. We've all enjoyed watching the site evolve as we've discussed it in the clickmillionaires.com forum, and it looks really cute, and I think you're making progress. But what can we do to get you to the next level, get that free traffic? Well, this is really about keywords. You've got all these cute puppies. You've done a real nice job with stock photos. And you've taken some of our advice and split things up out of a blog format into this more category-oriented format, which is, I think, going to be helpful to you. I guess I'd suggest kind of stacking these things instead of having them all in one long column like this. It's a bit much to ask the reader to scroll down quite so much. Just practically speaking. But for search engine optimization purposes, we really want to talk about keywords. So keywords are those words that you think your site is about that also are the words that searchers looking for this kind of information are going to be using. So there's this delicate balance between what you want to say and how you talk about your business and how the customers actually view the business and the words that they would use in order to find it. So, for example, in the medical field, there's lots of technical specialties and very highly specialized lingo to talk about medical conditions and so forth that a doctor could use on their site, but that isn't probably what the patients are going to be using to search for it. Like they might say, cardiac something, cardiopulmonary something or other in terms of talking about a heart attack. But a customer is just going to search on heart attack. So you need to figure out the common sense, plain English lingo and not get caught up in your own jargon to put on the website in order for Google users who are looking for this kind of content to find it most easily. Okay, so that's kind of the big picture of how search engine optimization using on-site keywords works. So here we go. You've got the dogs, they're cute. What you want to do is put your keywords in a bunch of places. So here's where I think you get a little weak. Bored dogs is a cute concept. I'm not sure that's something people search on, okay? So I'm sure that there's 1,000 websites already on dog stuff. So this is probably a keyword or a domain name that you could find, and so I'll leave that alone. But the theory is if you put keywords in there, something more actionable than bored, then you might get more clicks. Moving on down the page. Walk and play, every dog, every day. All nice words, clever, it rhymes, I get it, but there aren't really any keywords in there. And that doesn't matter so much because this is an image rather than a text like this is down here, text. And by the way, search engines can really only read text. So you could have the most perfect keywords ever. If you embed them in a JPEG, then Google can't see them. All right, so you need to think in terms of putting your keywords into the text that you can see, which is words like these, more than the words that you have up here that are embedded in graphics. So let's talk about what the keywords that you have and what maybe the keywords that you should have instead. So first of all, bored dog, okay, like I said, that's okay, but I doubt bored dog is a search phrase that people use a whole lot, but we're going to check together in just a second. Then you've got home, well, that's okay, I guess you kind of have to have home. Inside fun, dog toys, outside fun, okay, these are all getting closer. But what you really want to do, Lisa, is make these include phrases that people are searching on. So, for example, silliness. Well, that could apply to anything. It could apply to circus clowns. It could apply to, Mickey Mouse. It could apply to kids. It could, whatever. It doesn't necessarily apply to dogs. So you're missing an opportunity here by naming this just silliness. And I can see that this actually, the link that this goes to is sillinessfordogs.html, and that's good. So that's better. But if you could actually put the words up here in the category names as well that are more visible, that would be more helpful to you. You also are missing the opportunity with your intro text here. Tons of fun dog games, like tons of fun. Again, not real strong. Many dogs live a life of boredom, frustration. Those aren't really keywords. I don't think you've got your audience probably searching on frustration when they're looking for dog activities, all right? So my point is you need to figure out what your keywords are and front load them. You need to front load them. So if the keyword is dog games, which I like a lot, then this should say dog games, hyphen or colon, tons of fun. You want to hit first right away with your keyword dog games. And up here, this should say dog games, inside dog games, outside dog games, silly dog games, dog game day trips, dog games on vacation, or whatever. If dog games is your phrase, you want to repeat it again and again. Similarly, you've got these nice images we talked about. This is yawning dog. Well, that's true. He is a yawning dog, and it's a cute photo. But like we said, Google can't read the image itself, but what it can read is the alt and title tags, which is what you can see popping up here. It says yawning dog. That's a place, again, for you to put your keywords. So you don't want to stuff your keywords. You don't want to repeat the keywords again and again and again and put 1,000 in every possible place. But figure out your top 3 or 4 or 6 keyword phrases and put them in all these places, including the alt and title tags on your images, including your intro text, including as soon as possible on the page here, including in your menu item names up here, including embedded is the description for the image that you're using as the background image. I would even name the image something like dog keywords, whatever it is, .jpg. And then the title of the site itself, the meta tags are telling us that it's called, this homepage is called Tons of Fun Dog Games. Well, that's fine, again, for a human, but you need to tell Google a little stronger. Dog games, tons of fun. And that will help Google know better what your site's about. And the more relevant it thinks your site is to those popular keywords, the higher your site will rank and the more often it will show in the search results. Okay, so that's kind of the big picture. Now I'm going to take you on a trip over here, and we're going to go actually do some keyword research together and look at this a little bit for you. Scrolling down, let's see, just while we're here, you could have some more stuff here. I mean, you've put these ads up so high, and I can understand why. You want to make some money, but you're missing a trick here about subscribing to an email list that we've talked about, I think, in the Click Millionaires Forum or other opportunities. You're going to make more money for your ads if you embed them in the content a little more. This is the easy way to do it, but it also means that people tune them out more easily. Going down, okay. So, and as I said, I think these could be all put in some sort of more block format. I'd rather see like 3 or 4 across and 2 deep rather than 6 or 8 down in a vertical row. That's a layout issue. Google won't care about that. I'm talking more product strategy there for you for a second. So let's go look at some keywords for you. Now the best way to, and the cheapest way to do this is to use Google's free tools, the Google External Keyword Tool. And I can never remember the URL itself. So if I type in keyword tool, as I just did here in Google, and we go over here, you will get this. It's the first ranking. So type in Google Keyword Tool. And you can come in here for free. I'm already logged in, but you can get in here for free too. You do not have to be an AdWords customer, and this is free. They have 2 tools, the traffic estimator and the keyword tool. In this case, we're going to use the keyword tool, and I'm just going to type in bored dogs, and let's see what we get. And there's a lot of advanced options, and you can get real fancy with this stuff, so I'm going to keep this simple. Just for arguments, for discussion purposes, we're going to hit search on bored dogs. And what do we get? Wow, look at that. Instant, amazingly powerful keyword research for free. And tons and tons of it, okay? So what do we got? Well, bored dogs. So first of all, this confirms my suspicion that bored dogs itself is not a very popular search term. There's not much competition, it says low, but there's also only 1,900 searches a month in the whole world. So bored dogs itself is not a particularly powerful keyword phrase. It's okay because it highly identifies your topic in a nice, memorable way, and it's short and easy to spell. So I'm not saying to toss it out necessarily, but it isn't as keyword powerful as it could be if you're still looking maybe for changing the name. Now, next up is the keywords are here ranked by competition and also by number of searches. So here I'm going to search by global monthly searches. Now, obviously, words with pets are highly, highly searched, okay? 16 million, but that's more than you want to get into because pets is so broad, I think you're smart to focus more precisely on dogs. But what comes up next? Well, I'm not surprised. Dog games, games dog, things like that, 823,000 searches. It looks to me like dog games could be a very valuable keyword for you to organize your site around and use a lot more. Up next after that, we've got variations of this. Club dog, I'm not sure what that's about. Game dog, the dog world. Games about dogs, now that's interesting. games of dogs. I'm not sure what that would even be. And then back to dog games, games for dogs. Now this is really what you're talking about, games for dogs. 450,000 searches. That's a nice robust market for a niche website like you're building. Games for dogs. Now free dogs, you're not giving away dogs. Problems in dogs, that's not really you. Diarrhea in dogs, you can get very specific. But you can see diarrhea in dogs has 110,000 searches. That's 20 times. No, 50 times the level that you have for bored dogs. So an argument could be made that diarrhea in dogs or seizures in dogs, very specific problem-oriented information that people are looking for, is actually a higher demand topic than bored dogs. And that's why you need to think about keywords for this. And I think dog games is probably one where you want to head. So dog games and variations of that are the keywords I would start looking at. Then you've got some interesting variations for girls. So there's probably for boys in here somewhere. Dog games for free dog games, virtual dog games. Now here's the problem with dog games. The dog games keyword may mean what you mean, but it also may mean people who are playing electronic video games, who want to play games with dogs in them, where the dogs are the characters. And there's not really an easy way to separate that out. But given that there's 823,000 searches a month, you can probably afford to even split that market and still have quite a lot of traffic from dog games who might be gamers as opposed to dog owners who want to play with their dogs better. Moving on down, now we find some of the things that you're really talking about. Things for dogs to do, 27,000 searches. Dog activities, there we go. Dog games online, not, right? That's not you, dog games online. Dog games for kids, maybe, maybe not. Free online dog games, no. And so on, you get the idea, all right? Dog activities for dogs down here at 9,900. So activities for dogs, see, is even getting you a lot more, would get you a lot more clicks than bored dogs. Bored dogs is a concept, but people, when they search, they're searching for a thing, most often a solution to a problem. Activities for dogs, that gets a lot more than bored dogs does, because it's more specific and problem-solving, action-oriented. So that's where I would point you, and that's the free Google tool called their external keyword tool. You can use that for free without even being an advertiser using Google AdWords. And if you did that and pick 4 or 5 phrases and sprinkle them throughout your site, as I talked about, as much as possible in these menu items, in the file names, in the file names of your images, in the title tags, the meta tags on the page that give the description and so forth of your pages, that will help your search engine optimization a lot. Then you'll also accrue the bonus of the offsite optimization kicking in a bit. When people link to you, they will more likely use those phrases, and that's what you want also. That's the other half of SEO that we're not talking about today, which is offsite, and that's getting people to link back to you. And linking back to you at all is definitely good, but if they link back to you using your keyword phrases, that's like a double vote for that same, not only giving you a link, but a link using that keyword. And that's really what you want to help get offsite SEO going as well. But it all drives from these keywords, Lisa, and helping you figure out your most valuable keywords to integrate across boreddogs.com will get you where you're going more quickly, make you more money online. I hope that's helpful. I'm Scott Fox, as you know, from clickmillionaires.com and expertwebsitereviews.com too. If you're watching this video later on YouTube or somewhere else and you'd like a review like this, come on over and see me at clickmillionaires.com or expertwebsitereviews.com. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. And Lisa, keep in touch. I'll see you again soon in the forum. Let us know how your website's doing.